Let's make some delicious cedar wrapped salmon. For today's recipe, we're going to be using some green onions, a lemon, some zucchini, bell pepper, some olive oil, seafood seasoning, and some fresh Alaskan salmon. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these green onions about 6 inches long so that they fit inside of the cedar sheets. Then we'll do the zucchinis. For the zucchinis, what we're going to do is we're going to cut them about a 1/4 inch thick, kind of like that. We're going to do that for both the green and the yellow. And again, we're going to make them about 6 inches long so that they fit inside of the cedar sheets. For the bell pepper, what we're going to do is first we're going to take out the seeds, clean it up a little bit. And then what we're also going to do is kind of flatten it out. Because what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be cutting them into kind of rectangular pieces so that they kind of sit on top of the salmon inside of the cedar sheet. So hold on to those, put them aside. And then what you also want to do is save this extra piece of bell pepper. We're going to use that later for the white rice. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to slice the lemon into little thin slices, maybe like 1/8 of an inch thick, very thin. Now we're going to slice the salmon. We're going to slice it into about 1.5 inch wide pieces. You can't go too wide because they're not going to fit into the cedar sheets that we're going to be using later. And the last thing we need to cut is the butcher's twine. We're going to cut them about 18 inches long. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the cedar sheets as well as the twine that we're going to be using, or the butcher's twine. So this is what the cedar sheets look like. All right, basically like sheets of paper. It almost looks like a corn husk. It actually smells good. It smells like cedar. And so this is kind of the average size that you'll be able to buy them. And you can buy them anywhere. Just about any store sells them, as well as online. You can buy them as well. Okay, here we go. This is where the fun begins. Okay, you get to have fun creating your own, whatever you want to put inside with your salmon. So what I like to do first, I'll put a piece of the twine that's still very wet, so that's fine. You're going to put the twine first. We're going to put this on top, okay? The first thing I like to do is put a little bit of olive oil on the cedar sheet just to keep just to keep it from sticking to the fish, okay? Then what we'll do is we'll take a piece of the salmon, lay it right on top of this. You see it comes out about the same size, okay? If it sticks out a little bit, it's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on top of this as well. And then we're going to put some seasoning. I really like this seasoning. It's a seafood rub seasoning. It's called Rub This. Local. I bought it at a local farmer's market. It's really good. I really like it on salmon. You just put a little bit of that. Then you can have fun. You know, we diced up several different things here. But you could put the piece of lemon first. And then maybe on this one, we'll just put an onion. Okay? So we'll do that. And then what you're going to do is wrap it around. Wrap it around like this. Kind of holding it in real tight. You want it to kind of stay in place as we're going to be handling it while we're grilling it. And we'll go ahead and just tie it. Just like that. It's almost like a little gift. See that? You got everything inside. All right. So we're going to do that for the 7 or 8 that we're going to get out of this, okay? There you are. I was able to get 7 of them out of that piece of salmon that we had today. I also had a little bit of extra zucchini left over, but I'm not going to waste those. I also seasoned those up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and put those on the grill as well as an additional side. So look, when you're making these, have fun with them. You know, in this particular case, I made some with the onions, with the peppers. I did some with the zucchini and some peppers. I did some just with the lemon and peppers. So the grill has been running for a little bit. Just a little heads up, one thing I did do is that when I started to wrap these or prepare these and assemble them is when I turned on the charcoal chimney because it's about the same amount of time. It's going to take you about half an hour to get all these put together. And it also takes about half an hour for the charcoal to get hot. Okay, so let me go check on the charcoal, and then we're going to go ahead and put these on and cook these up. Okay, so what you're gonna notice is I don't have too much charcoal in here. I only have maybe 3/4 of a charcoal chimney worth of charcoal in here, and that gave me about 1 layer here. And that's all you're gonna need for this. It's not gonna take a lot of heat. So let's go ahead and put these on. Ooh, yeah, love that sound. Now the zucchini that I mentioned earlier, we're gonna put those on a little bit later. When I flip these over, I'll put those on. For the meantime, we're just gonna cover these up. This is not going to take a long time. I would expect in about 5 minutes, we're gonna flip it, and it might take another 5 or 6 more minutes after that, and that'll be it. These go pretty quickly. Here we go. It's been 5 minutes. Ooh. You can see it's sizzling on the edges. I don't know if you can see that there. It's sizzling there on the edges. Now what we're gonna do 2 things. Number one is we're gonna flip these over. You can see they're a little charred, but it's okay. Nothing's burning. Don't worry, be happy. Everything is under control here. Oh, this one is kind of odd shaped, so I'm just gonna have it hold in between there. Oh yeah. By the way, this also smells very good. So now the other thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these zucchinis that I had left over. We're also gonna place them in here. These won't take very long either. But while the other side of the salmon is cooking, I'm gonna let those go. So just remember, it's not so much about time, okay? It's about temperature. So the next time we come in a couple more minutes, I'm just gonna be checking the internal temperature of the salmon, but it should only take about 4 or 5 more minutes. We'll see. It goes pretty quick. Okay, it's been about 4 to 5 more minutes. Okay, but remember, it's not so much about time. It's more about temperature. So remember, get your essential mission critical instant thermometer. This is gonna help you a lot to make sure that everything's properly cooked. And that one, ooh, this one's a 137, 136. This one's at 135. Okay, so we're gonna let it go a little bit more. But while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. Oh yeah, they're getting soft. This is looking good. Zucchini cooks pretty quickly. It doesn't have to be on here too long. You can see it's already nice and grilled. So we're gonna leave those there for a couple minutes more. By the time we come back, these should be good to go. Okay, it's been a couple more minutes. Let's see what we're looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and put my other glove on here. That way we can go ahead and pick these up. And that way we can check the center. That way you can see it here. There we go, 157. That one's kind of thin, so I figured that one was gonna be done pretty quick. See, there's a thicker one. Look at that, 139, 140, perfect. Okay, so I want to remove those, and I'm going to remove the veggies. Just a reminder that on these kettle grills, when you're done, you know, there's quite a bit of charcoal left in there. And so what you can do is you close this top vent all the way. Be careful because it's hot. And then you close the bottom vent all the way as well. Bottom here. And that's going to choke the oxygen, and it's going to salvage some of that charcoal so you can use it on your next cook. Save yourself a little money. All right, you ready for the great reveal? I'm gonna grab one of these here. It's almost like opening a gift. Okay, sometimes it can come undone, or sometimes the string would just kind of burn off, or be crispy enough to just take off. But just untie it. You ready? You ready? You ready for the big reveal? Ooh, yes. You can see that steam coming off. Oh, yeah, that's good. Smells delicious. Oh yeah, the zucchini is. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's perfect. It's not soggy. It's not still too hard. It's gonna be good. So let's take a piece of this. A piece with the zucchini. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? You see that steam coming off of it? Ooh, man. Let's try it. Man, that's really good. Combination of that zucchini, if you like zucchini, it has that little bit of crisp on it still. It wasn't too soggy, it wasn't overly done. And that salmon has really good flavor. I really like that seasoning. That seasoning gives that salmon good flavor. But man, that was amazing. That's some good salmon right there. Man, doesn't that look fantastic? Tell you, I did that white rice with a little bit of the extra yellow peppers that we had. Gave that white rice a really good flavor. But look at that salmon. Look at the color. Look at the texture. That zucchini was really good as well. The lemon gives a little bit of a flavor. Plus, it makes it a little bit juicy. But man, this was delicious. So man, I was really pleased with the way that came out. That salmon was juicy and delicious. So what are some things that we learned on this video? Well, perhaps one is perhaps you didn't know that you can even cook salmon or fish inside of a wrapped, inside of a cedar sheet. And so it's just one method that you can use. It gives the salmon a really nice flavor, makes it all nice and juicy. What ends up happening is that as you're cooking over the fire, the water is evaporating out of that sheet, and it's almost like cooking it in like a vapor, like in steam inside. And so it also gives juiciness, and it gives really good flavor to the salmon. The opportunities are endless here. You can try different vegetables, you can try different fish, you can try different seasonings. You know, I've done them before with asparagus. You can do it also with, if you like mushrooms, you can slice some thin mushrooms and put them in there as well. Any kind of peppers. If you prefer spicy, use different kind of spicy peppers, jalapenos or serranos you can put in there as well. You can also do slices of onion. You can do more lemon if you would like. Or you can just put the fish. If you just want the fish, try different seasonings on there. I do suggest the olive oil, because if you don't put olive oil on the sheets, the fish will stick to it as it's cooking, and it kind of falls apart when you're eating it. But other than that, I think this came out really, really good. Also, remember the target temperature for fish. It's a little more forgiving, okay? And so I usually try to cook salmon around 140, 145. You can cook it a little bit more rare if you like it. But remember, it's not about time. It's more about the internal temperature. You also want to monitor, because sometimes the pieces of fish that you put inside could be different sizes. And if they're a little bit thinner, they'll cook a little bit faster. So I think you saw in the video, one of them got up into like the 160 range. Still very good. It's not a huge problem. Where the other ones were around 140 or 139, 138. And those came out really good as well. So just monitor for that as well. But this is a pretty easy recipe. It's fast. As you noticed, it actually takes longer to wrap everything and prepare everything and cut everything than it does to cook it. The cook time was only like 12 minutes in total. I did about 5 minutes on one side. I let it go about 6 or 7 minutes on the other side. And so it's really a quick cook. What takes longer is the preparation and the wrapping and the cutting the string. You want to soak everything. You want to soak the sheets about an hour before, as well as the butcher string. One thing I did want to clarify, I think earlier in the video I mentioned that these sheets were like 8 by 10. I looked up the package that I got. They're not 8 by 10. They were more like 7 by 8. So you could make the pieces of fish a little bit bigger if you would like. But you can't go too big, because then the sheet is not going to wrap all the way around. And so what you want to do there is you can make it a little bit wider, maybe still put some kind of a vegetable on top or the lemon slices on top. It's not going to be a problem. But just don't go too big on the fish or all the ingredients inside, because then it's not going to completely close up. You do want it to completely close up, overlap at least a little bit when you tie it down. One more reminder, regardless of the protein you're serving, estimate about a half a pound per person. And so this case, what I did is those little pieces of salmon were like about a quarter pound. And so that's why I was mentioning earlier, you want to estimate 2 of those per person. The problem I had, I didn't have enough salmon this time. I was able to feed a family of 4. One person just got 1, which happened to be me. But I just got the 1. Everybody else got 2. But sometimes people enjoy this so much, maybe they want a 3rd one. So just keep that in mind. Maybe estimate 2 to 3 of those little sheets per person. And so try it. Hopefully you like it. Try different ways, try different options, try different seasonings, different fish, different veggies. Have fun with it. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Make it your own. Alrighty? That's it for the time being. Sas y tantan. The other thing to keep in mind, you can have fun with this. The options or the variables, there wasn't enough salmon for everybody, so I just get to eat the veggies today.